Hi, it's Elaine from Penguin Place Crafts. I told you about this scarf yesterday. My one and only venture into knitting with lace weight yarn. I just cast on a bunch of stitches and I would do yarn overs occasionally. And whenever I did a yarn over, then I'd do a decrease near it. And I just did random holes in there for laciness. And then I single crocheted around the outside to give it more, just more stability on the edge. And that's as much as I'm going to pick it up and show it to you. Because for lunch, I had chicken teriyaki with lots of sauce. And this scarf is currently hiding a couple of stains on the front of my shirt from said lunch. Yep. I said to my husband, oh man, I'm going to change my shirt before I make a video. I was like, no, I was telling them about my knit scarf with the lace yarn yesterday. I could just find that. Mm-hmm. But what good is it to like hide something and then you tell someone, hey, there's something hidden under here. Mm-hmm. So I went out shopping today. Did the grocery shopping for the week. I went to Walmart because I've got a craft show on Saturday. It's an outdoor show set up on pavement. The weather is iffy. Maybe raining. There may be a bit of wind. So I wanted additional weights for the legs of my tent. I'm looking around. I found them on a shelf at a height of about 6.5 to 7 feet. This is a box with 30 pounds of weight in it. I'm looking around. Nobody in sight to help me. So, as you can see, I got it off the shelf without dropping on my face and breaking my nose or anything like that. So, all is good. I just left it in the car. Tonight I'm supposed to be packing up the car. I need to clear all the stuff off this table and get that out to the car and get the tent in. Let's see, first priority is the tables, then the tent and my chair. And then I'm just going to cram as many bags as I can in around that. And we'll see how that goes. But it may be raining tomorrow. I may be setting the tent up in the rain. I figured, okay, if I could just get the tent up, get the stuff underneath it, that I can move the car, I can set up inside the tent while it's raining out. Well, maybe the forecast will change. Maybe the rain will be over by the time I get there. I don't know. Okay. So yesterday, I started to work more with the scrap bag number 2 that Lori from Lori the Armchair Chef sent to me. And I'm keeping track. I'm keeping track of everything I make from that bag. Let's see, what was the first one? I think this was the first one. There were a few things of Bernat blanket yarn in this bag. So I added a little bit. There was some purple Bernat blanket lavender back there and some gray. So the only part of this from Lori's box is this yellow, but it counts. Because it encouraged me to make this project. A nice squishy turtle. Squishy turtles really seem to sell well. Okay, Mr. Squish, you go back there. Because that table's got to be cleared off anyways. Well, there was also this green, white, and purple squishy Bernat blanket yarn that turned into another squishy turtle. And I just added my own purple yarn to it. And then I saw another pattern that uses the googly eyes. And I had a pair of yellow googly eyes, and Lori sent me some yellow yarn. So I made a googly-eyed stingray. This worked up so fast. This was, oh, I got to make more of these. The problem is, I think I just have one more set of yellow googly eyes to go with this yarn. Yeah, I think there's enough yarn left. Then I have green and purple googly eyes left. So I have to find green and purple yarn to go with the green and purple googly eyes just to get a few more of these done. And then, just wait till you see this next one. This is, do you ever see, like have a baby in the family that does an angry face? And it's so cute when they do the angry face. This is Gertrude the Grumpy Duck. Okay, here's Gertrude. See? Gertrude comes with a little hat. You would think with such a pretty little hat she would not be a grumpy duck, but Gertrude is a grumpy duck. I love her. I want to make more. There's white yarn left in the Lori pouch. So there may be Gertrude the Grumpy Chicken too. Make a little white chick. Because this is just, you know somebody's going to buy Gertrude. If Gertrude does not sell on Saturday, I will be just shocked. Right, Gertrude? I mean, how could you resist that face? Gertrude. So I haven't done much of anything today other than shopping, lunch, and taking a nap. My question is, if I already had a nap, how come I've already had to edit 2 yawns out of this video? You would think that a nap time would take care of that. Okay. I am toying with some, like, let's make a deal with myself. You didn't see that stain, did you? Nah, you didn't see that. No. Don't you go backing up the video to check it out. No. Just keep watching. Okay, let's make a deal. I am just antsy to go shopping, yarn shopping. Let's go see what Joann's has. Let's go see if Hobby Lobby has their dye lot clearance. Okay. So, $500. If I get $500 in sales, I will go shopping on Monday with a small budget and check out either Joann's or Joann's and Hobby Lobby. If I sell enough items, what would that be? Did I say 38 items? And 38 items may not clear a full page because there's going to be stuff like this. When I make 4 more of these to finish off the googly eyes, there's going to be one line that says googly-eyed stingrays. So I'd have to sell all 5 of them to clear that line. So it may take like 40 or 45 items to clear a page in my inventory. But if I clear a page in my inventory, then I get to buy 1 new pattern. I have a bunch of patterns on Etsy that I have favorited, but I've been like, nope, not buying them. How many patterns do I have that I bought because I was going to make those right away because they're so cute, and I still haven't done it? I can think of, I have a hot dog pattern, like it's a dachshund in a bun with ketchup and mustard on. I have a seagull pattern, a seagull with a French fry in the beak. And there's more. There's lots more. So those are the two. Let's make a deal. $500. I go shopping on Monday. Clear a page in my inventory. It's currently at 26. Once I make all the edits of the items that are taken off inventory, it would have gone down to 25 pages. If I do that, I get to buy a pattern. So we shall see. We shall see how this works out. I'm already thinking of a possible way to challenge in June. Like for May, I said I wanted to clear the top of my craft cart, clear all of the yarn off there. Got that done. There's something I've been wanting to do for a couple of years now, never got around to it, would be to empty out one of my under bed storage bins. There are 5 of them. UB head, UB chest, UB knee, UB toe, and MB. There's also one under the bed, the master bedroom. So if I emptied out one of those, used all the yarn in one of those, which is probably, I mean, they're pretty big. Then I could use that underbed tote for sweater storage for the summer months. And the closet would be a lot tidier. Like I could switch out. Okay, let's put all the t-shirts in here for the winter. Okay, let's swap out the lightweight shirts and the t-shirts for the sweaters for the winter. And it would just make things tidier. But I don't know if I could finish off an entire tote of yarn in 1 month. I'd have to make some pretty big stuff. Maybe over the course of the summer. Over the course of the summer, focus on finishing off one of those. Yeah, I get myself into these things. Who knows? Maybe somebody else will send me a bag of scrap yarn and a pound of scrap yarn, and then I'll be like, oh, here's this challenge from this person. I have finished this off. Or I could challenge myself to finish off this thing. There's probably a purple. That purple in there might work with the googly eyes that I have to make a stingray. There's some purples in here. I can make stingrays from this. But there's a lot. I mean, between this and the blue yarn, there's a lot of little scraps. And there's not a big variety of colors. That's harder. That's harder to come up with. It's like to make a challenge to use up the yarn. When you don't have a variety of colors, it limits what you can do. Although I do say for my scrap yarn challenges that I'm free to add stuff to it. So that would work. Okay. I'm just chatting, when I should be packing. I have to bring up the table from the basement, get this table out there, and then I can start getting the tent put in. I have to make sure that I have the top of the tent and the sides, and I need to make sure that I have a little thing like the cap to a stick pen, because one leg of the tent is broken. When you pull the legs up, you've got this little silver button that's supposed to pop into the hole to hold the leg in that position. One of them doesn't work. So you have to get the leg at the same height as the other 3 legs and then stick something in the hole so that that leg will not collapse. Maybe time for a new tent soon. We'll see if we can muddle through the rest of the summer with this tent. Let's see. After this show, there are 3 more that I know of outdoor shows. There is an outdoor show in September that's right down at the end of the street. But if that is the same weekend as a couple of other shows, I might want to do the other shows. The guy that organizes the show this weekend usually has one the last weekend of September. And that one's supposed to be really good, and I'd like to do it, but last year I was committed for another one. I wish everybody would get their their fall shows all scheduled and let us crafters know when they're going to be, so I know what I'm doing. Okay, I just talked for a few more minutes instead of going downstairs and getting the table and getting the car packed for the show. I am the queen of procrastination. I wish I knew where my tiara was. I have a tiara someplace here. Okay. You gotta do what you gotta do. I would love to say that I'm gonna go play with yarn, but I'm gonna go pack the car. And that is the rest of the story. Bye-bye.